And Mother's Day in Japan is kind of similar to the way it is in the States. We give flowers to moms and cards and such. It's a really common time for little kids especially. You don't really see so many people doing stuff when they're a little older. There's a lot of market for it. People are trying to push for you to buy things. It's kind of funny. It's sort of separated into kids buying things for their moms and then older adults buying gifts for their elderly parents. So the in-between moms kind of get left out a little bit. People get tired of buying stuff, I guess, and they just stop. It's kind of weird. You know, I'm used to the States making a huge deal out of it, and it's not that big of a deal here. Little kids, boys and girls, both give red carnations to moms. That's a really common flower here for Mother's Day. And usually that's about it. Just one flower, maybe a small bouquet. It's more the sentiment of just saying, you know, that you love your mom. And if you're in kindergarten, the kids make, you know, paintings and drawings of their moms. That stops by the time they get into elementary school, where they don't really make crafts like that specific for the holiday. And then later on, like I said, once they're elderly, it's pretty common to see people buying gifts for their elderly mothers. You know, fancy blankets and shawls and things like that. You know, I remember at least in the States when we'd celebrate, it was a big ordeal. Mom didn't do anything, you know, breakfast was served in bed, those kinds of things. And my daughters work really hard to try to do a lot of stuff for me this year, which was super cool, so I was happy. But I was curious. I hope all the moms out there had a wonderful Mother's Day, and that, you know, you got some thanks for being a great mom. And yeah, and you know, next we've got Father's Day then next month, and that's oddly enough kind of a big deal here. I would say it's even more celebrated than maybe it might be in the States. I think a lot of times there's a little bit of a disconnect with dads. They're at work a lot. They don't spend a lot of time typically with families. So celebrating or honoring all the hard work they do at work is a big part of that day. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But for Mother's Day, definitely flowers are a common gift. But I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day.